Okay, let's look at what ISTE has to say about digital citizenship. When we look at the ISTE standards for digital citizenship, there's two. There's standards for teachers and there's standards for students. The teacher standard can be seen over here on the left-hand side, and the student standard can be seen over here on the right-hand side. And the language works basically the same for both. I mean, they both talk about advocating and modeling and being safe and responsible online. The fact that we need to have a positive attitude around digital citizenship. We need to, students say demonstrate personal responsibility, and the teachers say promote and model that responsibility. And then have basically be leaders within the world of digital citizenship itself. So even though they both have a lot of similarities, of course, they're different because one is geared for students, then one is geared for teachers. So let's focus in on just the teacher side. The teacher side reads, teachers understand local and global societal issues and responsibilities in an evolving digital culture and exhibit legal and ethical behavior in their professional practice. Below that, it gave the four qualifiers where it talks about the fact that as teachers, we need to advocate, model, and teach safe, legal, and ethical use of digital information, that we need to address the diverse needs of all learners, that we need to promote and model digital etiquette and responsible social interactions, and that we also need to develop and model cultural understanding and global awareness by engaging with colleagues and students of other cultures. Sorry that my highlighting got a little off there. So it's those things that we talk about in teaching anyway. I mean, it's nothing that's really new. It's nothing that's really different. It's just all under this umbrella or this guide of digital citizenship, modeling it, promoting it, and then being good digital citizens ourselves as teachers. So when we go on to think, okay, well, since I need to I need to model digital citizenship, I need to be a leader with that, what do I do? If I just go and Google digital citizenship, you see here I found over 1 million different results about programs, about what's available out there, all different ways that I can find and support digital citizenship. And all these programs have a lot of similarities, but they also have their own focus and agendas depending on what site you're looking at. I mean, a digital citizenship program on YouTube, which there are some, are great. They're going to focus a lot on video versus a digital citizenship program from Microsoft or a digital citizenship program from a university or from its local school district. So you can take some time to do that, and you're going to want to be able to do that. I think, though, I can try to even boil digital citizenship down just a little bit more from that. And this can maybe give you some guidelines about things to look at and things to try to look up. So for me, when I think about what big points ISTE is trying to make, this is what it brings to mind for me. One, it's saying that we should really have respect for copyright and intellectual property. If we're going to use other people's information, how do we use that? How do we use that in the right way? And how do we make that so we're being responsible and ethical with that? We want to provide access to appropriate tools and resources. So when our students are researching, when our students are doing projects, when our students need to get information and use information, how do we give them the right kinds of tools to do that? And how do we give them the right resources to do that as well? We also want to think about digital etiquette. That's really important on there. How do we send emails? How do we post information? How do we repost somebody else's information? So having good digital etiquette is great. And then also that global awareness that it talked about, realizing that we're part of a larger world, realizing that what I do here it has an effect worldwide, and helping our kids understand that as well is really important. And really, truly, because I like to boil things down as much as possible, I could even think of that in a much more kind of finite, not finite, I could think of that in even one little statement down here. Really, I think digital citizenship is answering this question. How do we access, use, and share information? If I'm going to research, where do I find my research? How do I use that information in the right way? And how do I share it in an ethical way that is making me have respect for copyright, thinking about being digital etiquette, and of course that global awareness. If you think about that in terms of like an online personality, when we talk with kids about how do they, taking right pictures and posting those right kind of pictures. So you think, well, how do I access like a picture? Did I take it on my phone? Was it the right kind of phone? Was it the right kind of picture to take? What am I going to do with that? How am I going to use that picture that I took? And if I'm sharing that information, should I really be sharing it? Like if I took a kind of an awkward picture of a friend, should I really be sharing that with other people? That's an issue that also comes up with digital citizenship as well. So as a librarian, I usually think about that in terms of research. Our students, they can usually think about that, what they're doing with their phone, what kind of information they're posting online. All that is tied together under digital citizenship. So your time tonight then is going to be spent, well, tonight, your time over the next couple days is going to be spent on exploring your goals as becoming a technology leader. You are thinking about those 5 different topics there within digital citizenship: the copyright, intellectual property, tools and resources, digital etiquette, global awareness, and then you can even just look for a digital citizenship curriculum. I want you to look at those topics to decide, how does that look like in your class, and what can you support around that? What can you emphasize? What can you model in your classroom consistently so that you could say, as a teacher leader, this is how I promote and model digital citizenship. So you understand how you're going to address that topic, and you also want to make an action plan in your classroom. I truly think modeling is a valid plan as long as we are being really intentional about our modeling. So you can point out to students, this is in this PowerPoint I used, here's a picture I found. I'm going to explain to you why I included the URL below it and how I found the picture and how I made sure it was an okay picture to use. I think modeling is great. Let's just make sure we really are modeling it and not just hoping that students understand that that's what we're doing. So you want to then find information around one of those 5 topics: copyright, intellectual property, tools and resources, digital etiquette, global awareness, and then that digital citizenship curriculum, which kind of combines everything. Look for resources around those topics. There's a haiku discussion board where I'm asking you to say how you can support, how you can model, how you can be a good leader when it comes to digital citizenship in your classroom. Of course, update your blog, which is where you'll talk about digital citizenship. That should be your topic. And of course, don't forget to tweet with that hashtag SPUEdTech. Resources I used for this presentation came from here. And with that, I'm letting you go to research what digital citizenship can look like in your classroom and to reply about what you think you can reasonably do and how you can reasonably support it. Good luck. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Look forward to seeing what you wrote and to seeing your blogs and, of course, to seeing your tweets. Thanks very much.